The National Agricultural Research and Extension Institute is educating persons living with disabilities on various aspects of farming that can generate income. Recently, NAREI's training manager, Dr. Warren Barlow, held an interactive session with members of several disability groups where he shared a number of agricultural opportunities, including the cultivation of sweet potatoes in bags as a practical and accessible income generating activity. The session was held at the Mangroves Information Center.
Take the time to explain some of the possibilities that you can achieve in agriculture in a simple way. Since, you're persons who have disability, and it becomes a challenge for you to work in the open field. There are so many possibilities for you to be able to make a decent livelihood out of agriculture. And among them, I want to share a very important project that you can do. One is called the grow bags. Imagine, just picture yourself, that this wall is your fence, this entire wall. And let's say the length of your fence, it's about 60 feet in length. If you take the simple feed bags, the chicken feed bags that we usually buy the chicken feed in, when it's empty, if you take those bags and you cut one in two, you can have two grow bags there that you can use. So let's say one bag, when you fill it, it actually occupies about 2 feet in width. So it means that with this 60 feet length of fence, we can able to fit 30 bags there, side by side, pack it very close. And imagine, the good thing about it is that you're not taking up any kind of space because the bags will be fit close to the fence. So with those bags, you fill it with potting soil, and you can take a potato slip and you just stick in each bag. And when you stick those potato slip in those bags, all you need to do is to care it. We water it, we ensure that we manage the little pests that come around, keep your fowl and dogs and cats away from it, and allow it to grow. And after a few months, you won't imagine you just cut open one of those bags and you can get at least up to 20 to 30 pounds of sweet potato in that bag once it grows well, once you care it. And so with that 30 bags alone, when you multiply, when you do the math, that 30 bags by 30 pounds, that is how many pounds? How many? 3 3 is 9, there's 900 pounds, right? And if you put a cost to that, so we are talking about decent money you can make. And imagine if you do it around your fence without even taking up any kind of space. So these are the kind of things that are exciting to me that you can do, right? Because of your limitation, you cannot really go out in the open field. But these are the things you can do. Simple containers we can make use of. Put your little plants, organize it nicely, and once it grows. But the thing that is more interesting, more important is that if you package it, put it in a nice plastic bag, it has value. And you can take it, to places. Like I was telling the woman yesterday, that look, you is a marketing tool by yourself. If you package your stuff after finished harvesting and you take it, to the supermarkets and you negotiate, you won't imagine how your stuff will be accepted. So all of these are possibilities that we can contribute to sustainable agriculture in Guyana, right? So I'm hopeful that, we can see, and I'm going to work hand in hand with you that we can realize this.
My name is Angela Ramdas. I'm from the head disability group in Vilvoorde. Through that group, we established other 7 groups. So I'm very much impressed with the sweet potato planting in the bags. I know lots of us here have those challenges and we can do it. But my question is, what type of soil is the right soil for this type of crop? And what is type of, how you do the planting of the slips? Because I hear they have an upside down, which sometimes don't bear no fruit. So that's my 2 questions. Thank you.
So just to answer your question, you asked a very important question. And this is a question that we need to ask. Because these are important considerations. You need to understand the soil and the other components that you need in order to do your production. So the soil is very important. So the type of soil that we're looking at, think about clay soil. Clay soil actually comes together very easily and compact very easily. So if you have clay soil in that bag, it's gonna just have to, if it dries out or too much water, it's gonna compact easily. And it will restrict the tubers, the potato, from developing. So we need more of a loamy soil, more a sandy loam with a smaller percentage of clay with a little more higher percentage of sand. And also what is important for that to really grow, we should incorporate, more organic matter in it, like rotted cow manure or chicken manure. That will give it the kind of organic base that is needed for that sweet potato to grow.
Me is Mr. Rampasad from Vilvoden group, and we are find out about when this potato start grow, if we must trim it and let it grow. Or when it spring back, if you can trim it again, because summer run plenty.
Now, there are two key things in terms of the production technology or the production of sweet potato here that I want to talk about in terms of the growth, right? Now, we know that the potato, it vines, it's going to run. So one important thing that we need to consider is that we have to train it. So because we are dealing with a fence, you can probably put like a row of mesh or the old, the same type of mesh, like, so that the vines can climb, right? And the second thing also is that we don't want it to be too bushy, so we may need to prune, right? Clip some of the suckers in order to reduce the vegetativeness or the bushiness of it. But we should not over prune or do too much heavy pruning, just light pruning, because you need the leaves in order to produce enough food in order to get the size of tubers that you're looking for, or the potato that you're looking for. So we're going to be doing just light pruning, but we train it so that the vines can run, probably on the little seine or fence, and that will enable the slips to produce enough food to develop the potato itself.